Oke, sudah? Sudah, oke. Selamat malam teman-teman semua. Selamat malam. Oke. Halo.
Malam.
Jadi selamat malam teman-teman yang ada di sini. Juga selamat malam teman-teman yang ada di sana, yang sedang menonton
Malam.
YouTube kami. Dan juga selamat malam buat teman-teman yang sekarang bergabung di Zoom. Today, this evening, we will have online talk with 3 speakers. We are so excited to introduce them. So first of all, we have Cintanya Sanger. Do I pronounce it correctly?
Yes, Cintanya
Okay.
Sangar.
Alright.
Yes.
So Cintanya, I will read your bio.
Oh wait, actually you can just call me Cinta.
Oh, okay. Alright. So Cinta, I will read your bio. So Cinta tinggal di Bali sejak 18 tahun yang sudah 18 tahunnya sejak 18 tahun yang lalu. Cinta mempunyai impian menjadi bagian dari dunia marketing dalam industri perfilman internasional. Impian itu muncul sejak pengalaman pertamanya membuat film pendek di usia 14 tahun bersama teman-teman sekolah yang berhasil menjadi 7 film terpilih dan memenangkan salah satu penghargaan di High Scope Film Festival 2016. Setelah itu Cinta memproduksi 2 film pendek lainnya dan 2 kali menjadi Youth Jury Board di Mini Kino Bali International Short Film Festival 2018 and 2020. So, Cinta juga suka menambah ilmu dan jejaring dengan terlibat sebagai internship, volunteer di berbagai event internasional such as Ubud Writer and Reader Festival 2019, Sangkala Theater dan Video Mapping at Play Charity Performance 2018, Jazz Market by the Sea Festival 2015 and 16, and of course Mini Kino Film Week 4 Bali International Short Film Festival 2018. So that's Cinta. Hi. All right. And then the second one we have Dr. Raquel Rarang Rivera. So Raquel, I translated into bahasa Indonesia.
Okay,
Yeah.
so no problem.
So Raquel adalah seorang pengajar di Media Art Students Alaminos City National High School, Alaminos City, Pangasinan, Philippines. Pada tahun 2017, Raquel mendirikan komunitas film Layag Productions yang beranggotakan murid-murid di sekolah tersebut. Klub film ini dibuat sebagai ruang berekspresi kaum muda untuk merespon isu-isu sosial budaya di sekitarnya. Saat ini film-film karya Layak Productions telah diputar di beberapa festival baik lokal and international seperti Cinema Region, Pistang Pelukulang Filipino, Busan International Kids and Youth Film Festival in South Korea, Diatko International Children's Media Festival in Ukraine, Super Teen International Film Festival in Romania, Children's International Film Festival in Bangladesh, New Arc International Film Festival in USA, Light International Film Festival, and International Children's Right Film Festival in Turkey. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so that's Raquel.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And then third, we have Rival Fikri.
Hey, I'm Rival. Nice to meet you all.
So Rival is here next to me. Okay, so Rival Fikri Ramadan baru saja lulus dari SMA N1 Kota Cirebon dan melanjutkan studi di New York University Stern Business International. So selama 3 tahun ini belajar tentang film, pernah berpengalaman menjadi sutradara, penulis, produser, editor, sound designer, director of photography, art director, dan Rival ini juga punya rumah produksi sendiri yang dia dirikan namanya Zetena Pictures. Beberapa film karya Rival pernah mendapatkan penghargaan misalnya di juara 1 FLS 2N Kota Cirebon dan juara 3 FLS 2N Jawa Barat 2018. Saat ini Rival masih aktif bereksperimen di dunia audiovisual dengan memproduksi eksperimental video, miniseries dan iklan. So that's Rival.
Hey.
Okay. Alright, so now we get to know each other more, right? Dan di sini juga sudah ada. Aku mau nyapa dulu teman-teman yang ada di Zoom. Ada siapa saja ya? Coba agak digedein bisa nggak, Mas? Ada siapa aja tuh namanya? Aku nggak bisa lihat ya. Tadi ada Wilda ya. Wilda mana Wilda?
Iya Kak.
Hah? Kok? Oh ya, hai Wilda. Oh kamu yang ini ya, yang apa? Backgroundnya putih ya? Iya kok
Iya.
yang apa? Yang melambaikan tangan? Siapa itu? Salah. Oke, Wilda. Terus ada juga siapa lagi? Siapa lagi? Tulisannya kecil-kecil, sorry di sini. Riris. Ada Riris ya?
Hai Kak.
Kenalan
Iya,
dong.
Kak.
Oh, kita kenalan ya. Riris sebutkan namanya, dari mana? Tadi Wilda juga ya. Riris dulu deh. Riris dari mana?
Ya, saya dari SMA Negeri 1 Belitang.
Oke, halo Riris.
Hai,
Oke,
Kak.
Wilda deh, Wilda sekarang.
Saya Wilda Nabila Alivia dari SMA Negeri 1 Belitang, Kak.
Oke, teman sekelas ya?
Enggak, kakak kelasnya.
Oh, kak kelasnya, oke. Terus siapa lagi nih yang cowok-cowok tuh? Dinyalain deh ininya, apa namanya, unmute dulu. Silahkan langsung perkenalkan namanya. Yang belakangnya jembatan tuh.
Makanya coba.
Oh, itu yang pakai headphone dulu, yang headphone merah. Siapa
Saya
namanya,
Teddy
Mas?
Nugroho kak.
Siapa?
Teddy Nugroho.
Oh, Teddy Nugroho. Teddy Nugroho dari mana ya?
Ya. Dari SMA Negeri 1 Blitar.
Oh, oke. Ini berarti Belitang semua ya. Wilda, Teddy, Riris ya.
Iya, Bar.
Oke.
Iya.
Selanjutnya,
Saya Satria Setia
oh hai Satria dari
dari SMA Negeri 4 Surakarta, Solo.
Oh Surakarta, SMA Negeri 4 Surakarta. Itu berarti Bengawan Solo ya belakangmu? Lo ya toh? Enggak ya? Bukan. Oke, terus sebelahnya Setia siapa? Siapa?
Perkenalkan, nama saya Yuda Nabil Nafiis dari SMA 1 Belitang.
Oh, ada 4 ya. Oke, Belitang juga. Oke, kalian nggak satu ruangan kan? Apa beda? Jangan-jangan satu ruangan ini. Temboknya aja beda. Beda-beda ini. Oke. Terus ada juga Novita. Novita. Nov, are you there? So Novita is still not responding, and then now she left. Okay. All right. So good evening, everyone. So today's talk we will conduct it in English, but don't worry. There will be translator if you wanna say something or ask something. Okay. So as you know, the title of today's talk is Rise and Shine, Young Filmmaker. So we will talk about the world of being young filmmaker. We will listen from 3 perspectives. We have Cinta as she had experience as the youth jury board. She had watched a lot of short movies created by talented young filmmakers around the world. So it will be excited to hear Cinta's experience. And also we have Raquel as an educator, it will be
Yeah.
also it will be also a valuable experience to share. How is it? I mean, your experience. What is so special on being facilitator for these talented young filmmakers? And the last one we
Yes.
have Rival. He himself experienced as the young filmmaker, so we will hear from him. Um, how does it look like, or being young filmmakers? Okay, what are the boundaries? How do you tackle all the problems and so on? Okay, so I am first question maybe from me is okay. So how do you see this fact? Nowadays, everybody can make movie. Okay, so even we can make movie alone. We can make movie with any devices. It's so easy right now. I mean, to compare on my age, now technically it's so easy. So we have now more filmmakers. They start as young as they can. I mean, even start from primary school, they started to also experimenting making a movie or short films. So how do you see this fact related to Raquel as an educator, and then also Cinta as the jury board, and also Rival as a filmmaker? How do you see this fact that nowadays we have more talented young filmmakers emerge from all around the world? Okay, maybe
Because
we can start from
okay.
Raquel.
Okay, so Generation Z actually is starting right now with, of course, all this technology available in the market. You just simply hold their cell phones and they could capture the videos. However, these are just the gadgets that the children needs to learn how to operate. However, what's important is that how could they create a story, a beneficial story that could contribute to the issues in their communities. And these films that they should be doing has something to be an inspirational or advocacy to their fellow youth, in order for their stories and films be able to be beneficial and could contribute to the community. So everyone could be a filmmaker. Everyone could touch the camera, simply turn it on and record everything. But of course, being the educator, I just want my students not to just manipulate these gadgets, but of course, they should make a film which is something that could give inspiration, okay, not only to the young ones, but of course, to open a brighter perspective for all the generations.
Okay, yeah, it's interesting. So, filmmaking is not only technique. It's not only focused on the technique or device, but the
Yes.
most important thing is what stories lies beneath the movie itself. How do we
Correct.
create? Yeah, how do we create an you, as you mentioned before, an inspirational story? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and it's important. Yes,
uh,
it's important that we should already inculcate this ideas to these students, that of course they are young and they just love to make some love stories or some things that like animations or things. It's good. However, if they will be making films, then why not something that could that could inspire the culture and arts of their community. So that is number one, the number one aspect that I am inculcating to my students.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Raquel. So now let's say hi to Cinta. So Cinta, what do you think about this reality? Do you also see that?
Well,
Hello? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So do you also see that in when you select the movies as the jury board? Do you also see this trend or this fact?
Okay. When I did the jury for this year, all the film that I watched was made in 2019 mostly. So it's before the pandemic. But from what I see now, it's a very good opportunity for a lot of young filmmaker out there. There's no boundaries of making a film now. You have your phone, your camera, you can study, you can learn a lot of things from the internet now. Just create, as long as you know your story, just create and make a beautiful film and tell us your story, your message. It's, yeah, that's what I see from this pandemic now.
Okay, so how about Rival? So how do you see this, Rival? I mean, do you also feel that, I mean, nowadays it's getting easier to be a filmmaker, or do you have another perspective?
Yeah, I think in my perspective, I know make a movie, it's not about the age, it's not about the advice, it's not about the gear, but it's about the art. I mean, everyone can make this movie, everyone can create this movie, and this is not too hard for make a movie, because you just need to write a story and then cameras for record and then editing. So I mean, everyone can make movie. It's not about the age.
Yeah, so as early as we can be, so we can just make movie nowadays, yeah. Okay, all right. So maybe next question is about, okay, so tell us more about your own experience dealing with this movie ecosystem. So as we know, Cinta, being a volunteer in some of the film festivals and also being the jury board, maybe you can share to us more. What did you do at that time, and then what did you see, and what makes it interesting for you? Maybe from Cinta first.
Okay. Yes. Being a part of the youth jury is very interesting for me because I can see from the eye of a jury. When I did the jury with all my friends, we are not allowed to pick uh, like for example, I don't really like this specific kind of movie, but I love this specific kind of this kind of film, and we're not allowed to do that because we really need to give our full heart to all the movies, not just because we don't like it and we love this one, we don't like it. So we have to be fair to all film when we did our jury, and I learned that a lot. It made my mind like more open-minded about movies, and I watched like around hundreds movie at the festival, and I watched so many kind of films, and it was very interesting. There's one kind of films that literally just took 1 minute, and it's just like very experimental, and I don't really get it, but it was fun. But also there's this one movie film that is so calm, but the message is very strong. So it was very interesting to see to learn a lot of culture through a film and learn a lot of new techniques and stuff, and just to know more about the director just by through the film. It's very interesting and fun, and also I can meet a lot of directors and just learn more about each other and more cultural stuff. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, I could imagine. Oh, 100 movies. Okay. Raquel, so how about
Yes.
your experience as an educator that mold and shapes these young filmmakers? Can you please share it to us, your experience? Also, in your bio, it stated there you also has this initiative to create a film community. So it's also interesting. Layak, do I pronounce it correctly? Layak?
Yes, Layag. Yeah, it's Layag.
Layak production.
Layag,
So
yeah. Yeah,
can you
Layag
please tell us
Productions.
more about the process in your film community, or also the process of you being an educator at school?
Okay, so I started teaching SPA Media Arts way back 2016 when when my principal just told me just to teach the media arts subject, and I don't have any idea with regards to that. So, however, with the help of the trainings and workshops, of course, I enhanced my skills with regards to filmmaking, and at the same time, um, being given a responsibility to be in that subject should give me a responsibility to create a film community. So in that film community, of course, I need to gather talented students. Like there should be a script writer, there should be a cinematographer, there should be cameraman, there should be a sound designer, there should be a musical scorer, editors, and all those things. And um, luckily, when we were tapped in 2017 to create, to join the PopCom, or Adolescent Health and Development Film Festival program, that we were given a task to be in the competition and create a film with regards to youth. And so I gathered all those students, and of course, all of us don't have any idea with regards to filmmaking. But then, as we said, let's just do it with heart. Let's just make it with the best intention that we could provide for the community. And so for us, we crafted the film, our first film, Layag, which is when we crafted this, it's just simply experimental. We are just simply playing. We are just simply experimenting with how the camera works, the camera angle works, and how the editing is done. But then, luckily, with that good intention, and we are doing everything with, of course, our heart. Luckily, we crafted that film, and we finished that film. And then during the during the awarding ceremony of that film festival, we were so lucky. We have this beginner's luck that we have said that we won all the categories, including the best film. So we won the best director, best cinematography, best editing, and all. we got 9 awards out of 10 from that festival, and so that pushed us and that urged our feeling to do more films that that could contribute to the community, because that film, our first film Layag, had became an advocacy film for the Commission on Population, and of course it was disseminated through film festivals, and traveled around the country. And of course, our the viewers are the youth, and so we were inspired because of that, not because of the award, but of course we were inspired that our film became an element, okay, and became an element to change or to inspire the youth with regards to a social issues. And from that on, so many students already wants to join our production team. And so I gathered again all the staff and crews, and then we were already developing um, different films. Okay, like for example, we just had that Anna Harry, wherein the subject was all about a Muslim student being enrolled in a Christian community, and she was bullied and everything. So um, the thought of my students are not now only making films, not just for the film festivals or for the awards, but we think that we could somehow give an inspiration, okay, or we are addressing social issues in the community. And so that for me, in our film production, I do not know if the achievements are just numbers for us. The achievements are just numbers. The awards are just numbers. But what's important is that we are creating films for the arts and culture and Alaminos, and to, of course, address social issues with regards to the community.
Okay, wow, so inspiring. Yeah, I do agree with
Yeah.
that. So award is just a bonus, right?
Yeah, the award's just a bonus. It's just a number, and it's
Yeah.
really it's just a tangible thing. But what's important is the intangible thing that our films can offer. And we are happy that we have already crafted nine films, two documentaries, and two experimental films, and of course we have five narrative films. So from 2017, from that our first film Layag, we just uh, we just cross all the boundaries. Of course, when you are dealing with the students, when we are making films, we don't have budget, we don't have any money. We are my staff and crew are just students who are just who are just financially dependent with their mother or with their parents. But then I don't know if how we do it. We do it with all the gift of resourcefulness, that we need to tap this local government unit. We need to go to, or we need to we need to sell some of our tickets for the film so that we could have budget for crafting another film. So that is really hard for me in terms of financial aspect, because we don't have any budget doing our films. But luckily that during the film festivals, some of the film festivals have cash prizes, and that is the way how we earn, okay, how we earn our gadgets. We improve our gadgets based on those winnings, our cash prizes. We started with only one with only one DSL camera, but then now I can say that our facilities are complete.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay, thank you, Raquel. So now let
Thank you
us
so much.
hear from Rival.
Yeah.
So Rival, can you share it to us, your experience as a young filmmaker? Because as I know, you started from first grade of senior high,
Yeah,
right?
right,
So
correct.
first grade is grade
10.
grade 10.
Yeah.
So you really start from zero, start from scratch,
Of
right?
course, right.
So can you share it to us, like how did you start? What motivate you? What inspired you? Why you choose this path to be a
Alright.
filmmaker?
Yeah, I'm start learn about filmmaking in 10th grade senior high school. And first, I think make a movie it's really hard. I don't know. I just watch the behind the scenes of movie, and I think it's hard. But I know. I feel like sometimes you should love what you don't like, and I wanna learn something what I can do before. After school, always I always googling about tips, trick about filmmaking, how to make a film, how to direct, how to editing, how to take pictures, and day by day I make one movie, and I think that's really proud for me because that's my first film, actually the short horror movie, and I think it's really cool, and I don't know because that I feel like maybe I should choose this path. Yeah, for motivate, I think I always watch a Hollywood movie and maybe you know Martin Short. I feel like wow, it's brilliant. I wanna make that movie, and yeah, I still learn until now, and then I make many movie, and I won the many award, and I don't know, I really proud for me for that.
And after later on, you are now going to college, right? So do
Yeah.
you still want to be a filmmaker, or you will just stop first?
Yeah, that's make me confused. I don't know. I think if I can dare to the college, I can make a movie, but I I don't know. I can explain
Okay.
for that.
All right, so this is interesting. I really want to ask this because sometimes I could see it's becomes challenging. It becomes like a challenging part. So how do you manage between your school time and then also your passion in making a movie? How do you manage your time?
Yeah, about manage time, I always make movie in the holiday or weekend, so I can not really busy for school.
Okay, so you do it
Yeah,
during
in the
weekend.
weekend or
All
holiday.
right. Oh, okay. Okay. So so that's rival. That's rival. So yeah, we knew rival since he was grade 10, and then now he's ready to leave Indonesia. So before he leave, he need to uh, join with us first.
Yeah.
Okay. So another question before I let another offer the questions to everyone here. Um, okay. So what do you think the future of young filmmaker? Okay. So a young filmmaker here, we can say start from, let's say, high school. What do you guys think? Do they have future? Okay, maybe from Cinta.
Okay. Do they have future? Do we have a future since I'm still 18 years old by myself? Well, yes, of course, definitely. I think we have a very, very bright future despite all this virus and pandemic because we have all the technologies, we have internet that is very helpful. Then we have a great, great, and very awesome people that been through films that they made a lot of this kind of events like webinar, so we have a very bright future, and I am really excited to see more from a teenager. We do like a lot of story about us, and then um, about what is actually happening, but from our voices as a teenager. And I'm very excited to see more of that in the film industry. So yeah, I know, not Phil, I know that we have a very bright future in the film industry.
Okay, and also many festivals open for the young and student category, right, Cinta?
Yes, exactly. We have a lot of opportunities now. Like for me, I'm very grateful to be part of Minikino Youth Jury. That is a very, very great opportunity. So we have a very bright future, just like what I said before.
Okay. Yeah, in addition to that, in Indonesia, we have several festivals open the competition or the category for student and young filmmakers, like in Festival Film Pelajar Jogja and Festival Film Bahari also has this competition for the student and youth, for teenagers. And then also Festival Film Surabaya also open for the student and youth filmmakers. A lot here. So how about in Philippines, Raquel? Talking about the future of
In the
student or young
Yeah,
filmmakers.
really, the youth here really are the future of the film industry in the Philippines. You know, here in the Philippines, some of the film festivals are already eliminating these student categories because, you know, some of these film festivals, some of these um, production teams created by the youth are already engaged with film festivals open to professionals and all these stuffs because we're already removing the concept of students because what's important in the film is how they convey the story and how is it meaningful to this film festival and how will it contribute to the community. And so the if the films made by the students are already ripe, okay, I mean ripe to uh, participate in the different film festivals, then it's not just the future. It's already there. The student filmmakers are already making a market in the film industry. So that is why we should start from very young age. The students should start with a very young age so that they will know how to market their stories, and so how will they going to express their stories and how would their stories be beneficial to all. So I think it's not just it's the young filmmakers are not just having a future, but the filmmakers are already making a big impact in the society right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. How about Rifal? Rifal, do you see future for you as the young filmmaker?
Yeah, if I see in this Indonesian, there's a lot of opportunity of young filmmaker because technology is upgrade, and I mean in the next year it will be a upgrade. There's a young filmmaker have a lot of experience also. But sometimes the young filmmaker, it's fear because they don't have device, they don't have money for production. But I think that's no problem. Many of way of that.
Okay, so it's interesting. You're talking about the biggest challenge, yeah? The biggest challenge that you yourself deal with that. You yourself maybe at that time really face that problem. So, talking about the biggest challenge of being young filmmakers, what is your biggest challenge?
I mean like the fear,
Oh, the fear.
Yeah.
The fear of?
no have device
Okay,
or
so
budget.
okay, so the fear of not having enough
Yeah,
budget
yeah,
to
of
produce the
course,
movies. Okay, and then also what else before?
Gear,
Oh, the gears.
good gear.
Okay, the devices.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you overcome those problems? Do you find solution at that time?
Yeah, I think for make a movie, it's not about device, the good device, the price of device, because you can make a movie for handphone actually, or something like that. I think for make a movie, it's not about the beauty of pictures. It's a beauty of stories. There's the importance of the pictures actually.
Okay, it's interesting. All right, so what do you think about that, Raquel and Cinta? What is the biggest challenge do you think our today's young filmmakers face? And maybe you, from your experience, maybe you could also share if you have solutions. Maybe it will be also maybe it can also inspire everyone here. Maybe Raquel or Cinta first.
Okay, so as what I have said a while ago, that we make budget without any, we make films without any budget, really. So that is really our biggest struggle in making films, because we don't have any budget for transportation, don't have any budget for food, we don't have any budget for renting equipment for the film. So that is why what we do is really we communicate with the stakeholders like the city government. And of course, since we already we have this beginner's luck that we have already put the name of our city in the film map, so that's why we are very lucky that our city mayor, our city government is very supportive in terms of financing our transportation, some of our expenses. So that is why we are lucky that we are supported already by the city government. And prior to that, of course, the parents of my students, of course, they are very supportive in terms of some of them where we are having our shooting, they will just provide food for us. They will send us some snacks and all those things. And some of the barangay officials just volunteer their public utility vehicles for us. They will let us borrow the PUV and all those things. So we are very lucky that we have a very generous stakeholders in our city. So because if we just rely on what we have, definitely we cannot make a film. So it is important that we had invested a name in terms of our arts, that's why the blessings or um, the support is just easy for us to acquire. So I thank all those stakeholders and the city government who supported us all throughout our journey.
Okay, so how do you convince, let's say, parents, especially in the first year?
Yeah,
I bet it's hard, right? It's
it's
always
so
first
hard.
first
Yeah,
year is always
it's
hard.
so hard. Yeah, because here in the Philippines, we have this what we call the child protection policy that you should take care of those children, especially when you are out. Then you should physically, emotionally, that you should not be having this what you call a mini an abuse, what that they call abuse. Okay, but you know the parents are happy when they see their children that they already have this passion in this art. So what's important is me as the teacher, the students, and the parents have this what we call collaboration, and we share the same vision um, in making this project or in going to a particular or doing a particular project because they should be the first to believe in you as their teacher, and they should be the first to believe in filmmaking, in arts, or and what it could contribute to the community. And so, if you have already explained this to the parents, and if you have already shared the same passion with the students, then automatically the parents will give the 100% trust for the teacher.
Yes, okay, yeah. All right, so Cinta, what do you think? What is the biggest challenge you think or you see that our young filmmakers today face?
Interesting. The biggest challenge from what I see from like my friends and what I actually face right now is ourself. Our biggest challenge is ourself. We overthink a lot of stuff, a lot of things. Like
Too much fear,
there's
yeah?
always
Too much fear.
Yeah.
always. Sorry.
Too much fear.
Yes, too much fear. It's like there's always a what if question popped up in our brain. Like, what if this doesn't work? What if our friends won't work together? What if we gather this amazing director and amazing editor, our friends, and we try to make them work together? But what if they don't like each other? There's just so much what if in our heads. And I know I'm not the only one who's dealing with that question in our brain. But throughout my experience in my life, I learned one thing, that if you don't do it, you won't know what will happen. Of course, there will always be a challenge and a problem, but there's also always be a solution in every problem as long as you want to do it and you love what you do, and just do it. That's basically it. And don't question a lot. Like just don't like be afraid, because I know how it feels to just face ourselves, our fears. And my advice is just, if you have like a big huge idea, just write it down in a book, and it will help you. Like maybe we never know, one day you're gonna use your idea, or you can just make it a small part of the big idea first. Just write it down all and just do it, because you will never know what's gonna happen in the future. Don't be afraid. Erase that what if question.
Okay, yes, that's totally 100% agree with that. So we have to conquer ourselves first, right? Okay,
Yes,
so
exactly.
that's the biggest problem actually, and the hardest.
Yes, even myself, it's hard to deal with myself, my brain, it's so hard.
Okay, so good luck for everyone. Okay, so let's go to the YouTube first. We have friends of Raquel, friends of Cinta, Rival, and then there is one question. Hello, I'm Puri from Jakarta. I have a question for all speakers. How do you maintain your idealism in your film? When all about the money, in quotation, are you thinking about crowdfunding or something? Okay, so this is about idealism. How do you maintain your idealism when it's, it's how to say this? When it also deals with all about money, in quotation. Okay, so Rival first. Okay, so how,
Alright,
how,
alright.
how do you maintain your idealism?
So yeah, actually I always make a movie with my idealism, and I don't worry about the money because I want to make movie just that, done for money. So I also make my idealism, it's get out to myself for the movie.
All right, so but have you ever like doing crowdfunding to support your film production?
No.
So it's all coming from your pocket.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Here in Indonesia kita bilangnya gotong royong ya, mandiri, duit dari uang masing-masing gitu ya untuk bikin filmnya. Itu dari Rival ya, jadi kalau Rival jalan terus aja gitu. Tetap dengan idealismenya yang tertuang dalam filmnya gitu. Okay, how about Cinta and Raquel? Raquel first.
Okay, so actually, as what I've said, we don't have any budget for making films, so that is why our story is our story. So they could, it is not, our story is not based on how we produce money out of our film. So definitely, no.
Okay, so
Our story is our story.
So did you adjust it with whatever budget you have?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So have you ever done like the crowdfunding or something?
Just one time when we had our ticketing in one film festival. Okay, but that's just for investing it to other film. So definitely it's not for money purposes.
Okay. All right, how about Cinta? So idealism versus whatever money we have.
Oh, well, I deal with one of the situation where I have to make a movie. I joined this competition, but my team don't really have money at that time. So what we did is we don't want to change the story. First of all, I don't want to change the story because the movie is our movie, so we don't want to change the story at all. And what we did is we try to find someone who we actually have the connection with our story, so they want to help us. That's what we did like a few years ago. It's a project I did with my friends. So we do like a presentation thing to two people, and then they had a connection with our story, and they were like, oh, okay, I will help you. What do you need, like that? So yeah, just for me, when I have like problems with budget, all I did is just find someone who I know and would love to help me and have a connection with my story, and yeah, we will work things out together. And honestly, I don't really have a bunch of experience like Riffle and Requil, so that's my experience.
Oke. Oke, thank you. Oke, nah sekarang aku mau nyapa teman-teman yang ada di Zoom nih. Ada yang mau bertanya? Mungkin boleh pakai bahasa Indonesia, bisa pakai bahasa Inggris gitu. Ini mumpung di sini ada Cinta, ada Raquel, ada Rival juga. Kita santai aja, sharing-sharing. Oke deh kalau gitu aku yang tanya. Kalian menemukan hal yang sama nggak sih gitu? Jadi being a young filmmaker. Ini teman-teman ini kan young filmmakers loh. Wih tepuk tangan dong. Iya filmnya masuk nominasi. Nah jadi tadi kita ngobrol itu ternyata banyak banget ya tantangan-tantangan yang dialami oleh para teman-teman ini. Raquel di Filipina juga seorang guru yang menemani murid-muridnya untuk memproduksi film gitu. Juga menemui hal yang sama dari mulai budget, dari mulai membuat orang, meyakinkan orang percaya pada kerja-kerjanya. Nah itu kalau teman-teman gimana sih selama ini? Ada juga yang menemui kesulitan yang sama nggak atau gimana nih? Atau di sekolah teman-teman atau di komunitasnya? Gampang nggak sih bikin film gitu? Boleh deh siapa saja yang mau sharing?
Halo.
Halo, dengan Pak siapa atau siapa ini?
Dengan Pak Bagus, Mbak.
Oh, Pak Bagus dari mana, Pak?
SMA Negeri 1 Blitar tuh anak-anak lagi pada Zoom nih.
Oh, dari ini Pak gurunya.
Ah.
Oke, nah Pak Bagus, ini tadi kita ngobrol-ngobrol nih sama teman-teman di Bali, di Filipina, sama di Cirebon. Gimana kalau Pak Bagus di Belitang, ini sama-sama guru Sorakel. Here we have Bagus. So Bagus is also an educator.
Hi.
So goes the same like you, I guess. So I'm asking does he also face the same thing? Gimana tuh Pak Bagus? Apakah juga mengalami problematika yang sama menemani young filmmakers ini?
Ya, kalau dari pemaparan tadi sih masalahnya sama sih Mbak, biasanya sih sama. Tapi kebetulan banget kalau di sekolah ini kemarin istilahnya dapat rezeki kalau kami. Jadi awalnya sih tidak mudah membangunnya. Kami dari awal itu modalnya nekat, kemudian bikin ide cerita itu ya muncul dari anak-anak. Kemudian semuanya diproduksi oleh anak, dari anak dan untuk anak sebenarnya. Dari awal kami kamera minjem, kemudian ngerekrut anak yang punya kamera, diajak biar bisa ikut main film. Setelah itu dari pengorbanan sekitar 1 tahun kami produksi, alhamdulillah sekolah kemarin kepilih dapat bantuan film, Mbak, peralatan film.
Oke, dari Kemdikbud ya?
Ya, dari Kemendikbud itu. Sebenarnya banyak sekolah sih. Nah, kemudian setelah syaratnya sih sebenarnya mengajukan satu